everyone, my name is Tiara and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel, Tea with Tiara. This is a channel where we will be talking about all things tea. And today I want to talk to you about chai tea, which is one of my favorites. My husband and I have traveled to India, and I tell you that once you go to India and you drink chai tea, you will not want to come back to America and drink regular chai tea from any place. You'll always want to make your own. Stay tuned for my video on how to make authentic chai tea. Okay, so these are the ingredients I use when making my chai tea. I start off with black tea, a base of black tea, maybe about 2 tablespoons depending on how much I want to make. Green cardamom, ginger, cinnamon sticks, and cloves. I like to get an additional item, tea masala powder, and I get that from a local grocer here in Cincinnati called Bombay Grocers. It has ginger, black pepper, cinnamon, green cardamom, nutmeg, and clove. I like to use my mortar and pestle to crush the cardamom seeds, as I've so often seen them do in India. So I love to do that. Today I'm using 2 cups of milk, and then we add sugar to taste. Come on, let's go and make some chai tea. The first step in making chai tea is turning on our eye. I have 2 cups of milk. I'm going to go ahead and pour that into. I turn my eye on to high because I want the milk to boil quickly. I am going to mix in 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons of black tea. I'm going to add my cinnamon stick, the cloves, that's about 1 teaspoon, and the ginger that I have sliced. Then I am going to use my mortar and pestle to open up the cardamom seeds to get them all out. And I really like cardamom, so I put about 2 teaspoons in. There we go. Next, we just mix it all together. I normally keep stirring, and I wait until it boils. And then I put it down to a simmer. We need to turn it down to a simmer so that it does not boil over because it's all milk. And I cannot tell you how many times the milk has boiled over on me and onto the stove and made a big mess. So once I have it simmering and it's smelling so good, this is a very, very fragrant tea. I add that tea masala in, and I normally put a half teaspoon to a teaspoonful in. So today I'll put a teaspoonful. I like to have a lot of flavor in my tea. A lot of people add sugar beforehand, and some people add it after. I'm going to add about a half cup of sugar. As you can see, I'm adding a lot of sugar because I really like sweet tea. I like my chai to be sweet. And so I let that simmer a little bit more and stir it in. And get those flavors and spices all mixed together. It smells so good. And then I have my teapot, and I take my little mesh strainer so that I can pour the tea into my teapot. We're going to see how skillful I am in this. A lot of times I have tea all over everywhere, but today I'm hoping that it'll go right into the teapot and not splatter. And so, oh my gosh, the color is awesome and it smells amazing. I'm going to place my strainer over the teapot and begin to pour the tea in. And I use this great strainer so that I don't get all of the spices. I just get that yummy tea. Voila! I did not make a big mess. There we are, chai tea. While we were in India, we had tea time twice a day, sometimes 3, and we were always served delicious tea cookies or biscuits. This was one of my favorite cookie brands that we had while we were there. They're Good Day cashew cookies, and they are delicious. I was so happy to find them in the grocery store before we left, and so I packed my suitcase full of them. Thanks so much for joining me for Tea Time with Tiara. You can look in the description box below for the recipe. I'm asking that you would like the video, that you would subscribe to my channel, and that you would also leave a comment or questions in the box below. Thanks so much for joining me.